People often say that the road to ruin was paved with good intentions, and this may not be too far from the truth. It can be frustrating and sometimes ridiculously funny when incentives aimed at resolving a situation only make it worse. This is known as perverse incentives, or as some would like to call it, the Cobra effect. In this video, we uncover the top 3 most ridiculous perverse incentives offered in recent memory. Number 1. When faced with air pollution and excessive traffic, the Colombian government devised what, at the time, seemed like a brilliant plan to reduce the number of cars on the major roads. They passed a law which stated that people should only drive on certain days of the week that matches last 2 digits of their license plate. That seemed pretty reasonable, right? But to many families, especially those families where both father and mom had to ride to work daily, it was a problem, and something needed to be done. As law-abiding citizens, they didn't want to break the law by acquiring illegally licensed plates and switching it out, so they resorted to buying more cars, sometimes as high as 5 for a single family. So instead of fewer cars on the road, there were even more. And guess what? The pollution just got way worse. Number 2. The Great Hanoi Rat Massacre occurred at Hanoi, Vietnam, in 1902. Then, under French colonial rule, the French colonial government created a bounty program that paid a reward for each rat killed. To collect the bounty, people would need to provide the severed tail of a rat. Colonial officials, however, began noticing rats in Hanoi with no tail. The Vietnamese rat catchers would capture rats, sever their tails, and then release them back into the sewers so that they could reproduce more rats. Number 3. A simple way to increase revenue is to get existing customers to open more accounts. A company called Wells Fargo came up with an 8 is great target. Simply put, this scheme was supposed to motivate their staffs to sell 8 accounts to each customer by convincing them of the benefits of having more accounts, while also benefiting the company by meeting the sales quotas. Staffs who succeeded in doing this was to receive incentives as motivation for the good job. On the other hand, punishments were allocated to staffs that were unable to meet up with demands. So, guess what happened? Staffs opened more than 2 million bank accounts and about 500,000 credit card accounts without customers' permission in the customer's name. What was intended to be for the growth of the bank ended up putting the bank in a big mess and attracting a fine of $185 million and return of $5 million in fees wrongly charged to customers.